My name is Dan Thompson. I've kind of always wanted to be anybody but Dan Thompson. In graffiti, there is a way where your mentor, who's like a year older than you usually, will give you a name. I was given the name Sense, but it was like S-E-N-S-E. It seemed crazy to do the same two letters twice. S-E and then S-E again, to me, it was like totally a waste. So then it became Sense, C-E-N-T-S. And everybody always had a number at the end. Rock 1 or Space 10. Again, I'm like, that's not very creative. I'll put a number in the front and it'll be a 6 because I've got a sixth sense. Utterly cheesy. It's, very brilliant for a 17-year-old kid, I think. Eventually, when it was time for me to become a public artist and like have a face, couldn't be Dan Thompson, anybody but that guy. So then I became Dan Handskills because that was a nickname that was given to me when I was in advertising because I could just draw them. Whatever you say, I'll draw it. The Instagram thing became Invisible Hometown. In the graffiti world, they're better off not knowing where you're from than to be from a place like Indianapolis. It has no cultural panache in that world. Now it does, but it didn't then. You're flying over us. You'll be shocked when you find out I'm from this place. That's the Invisible Hometown. Mark Jacobson was my painting professor at Heron, and he showed me, that's the first time I ever saw somebody lay the brush, like not drag it across, just touch it like that. I don't remember a time when I didn't draw. I don't remember wanting to draw. I don't remember thinking it would be cool to draw. I was raised by my grandmother, and I have siblings, and I had both of my parents, but for different reasons, I only lived with her. And so lots and lots of time alone, with the head down, just imagining things. I'd so much rather imagine something than to copy something. Me in control. It's like, that's the beginning of everything. For me, can't do a mural, can't do a painting without that. I first met graffiti artists in high school. And at that time, this local crew that my friends were a part of did not have anyone who could do characters. And so here I am doing these drawings, and they go, wow, you can really draw. If you will do characters in our crew, we'll teach you how to do graffiti. And so you can actually do this stuff for real. That would eventually become my community, and it would be my ability to take the drawing skills, apply it to the spray paint. And in the beginning, you're doing walls, you just got to get walls. People aren't going to give you permission, and you really didn't want it anyway. And as the projects get more ambitious, it just gets 10 times easier to do it on a legal wall. And eventually people start to hire you. We had this theme, incinerating worthless stacks, which was just like the whole wall was a pile of money, and there was a dude in the middle with a spray paint can and a lighter setting all the money on fire. And it's just hilarious that someone would see that and go, oh, that's cool. You should come and do my tech office. I've done a lot of work around the city and a lot of different kinds of stuff. As far as murals go, one of the ones that most people associate with me, I think, is a piece at 30th and Keystone on the Wheeler Dow Boys and Girls Club, which says help somebody up, which is on the wall. The sketch is right there on the wall. In Fountain Square, if anyone's ever seen the two hands, the robot hand and the human hand, I think I called it creation. The Wit, which is an apartment building downtown, there are two murals on that piece that I designed and did with Fab Crew. Most famously, probably everybody knows about Hotbox Pizza. I've painted most of the interiors, and I designed their logo many years ago. My Jiffy Lube piece, Shadeland Avenue, that I did with the Arts Council on Jiffy Lube. 4 Cantado Tacos, 3 here and then 1 in Lexington. Probably the thing more people have seen than I even realize, the piece that I did at the field house for the Pacers. There's a giant piece, it's like 100 feet long. In graffiti, there's a thing. There is a tradition of doing memorial walls. We honor the fallen, and to me, by extension, it's because nobody else is. When you memorialize a person, it's amazing how much other people care about that. And so for me, as my friends begin to fall away, as I get older, like the Indiana Jones mural in Broad Ripple is a perfect example of a person who touched my life in a meaningful way. But like, I see the way that if I get this right and I make the emotional connection right, they're gonna get to connect with a piece of someone who's gone. And one day it's gonna be me. I think I have to accept my name. I'm only really now accepting the fact that I have to be Dan Thompson. I have to be my name because it's my name. And people need to figure out who I am so they can, ultimately when I'm dead, they'll search for that guy. I remember looking in the mirror as a kid, looking at my face and going, you just look so weird. You don't look like, it just looks wrong. It's just this perception. So you're watching me accept it right now. Like every time somebody goes, state your name, it's like, see how, how I hesitated, right? My name is Dan Thompson. I like to say what they would remember about the work that I've created is that this is a curious person. I just want to display my curiosity, and I want other people to be curious. There's what everybody else thinks, and then there's more than that. That's what curiosity is. The idea of curiosity, the childlike sense of wonder. And again, it goes back to imagination. Open the door back to little Danny, like doing the drawings. It's just curious. And curiosity is the hottest ticket in any town. That's what I think.